Take me higher, higher than I've ever been. We can wander all the way to the top. I'll hold on to every word you've ever said. Don't you let me down. Don't you let me down. Don't you let me down. All I want is an adventure. Pull the dreams to my head, 'cause I'm tired of pretending. Give me something I won't forget. All I want is an adventure. Pull the dreams to my head, 'cause I'm tired of pretending. Give me something I won't forget.
When my RoGam came upstairs, I was like sitting on my bed like, please God, let this be a good day. Don't let it be horrible.
I was expecting the worst, you know, like hoping the best, but expecting the worst. And I opened, saw the pink and green, and it was like surreal. It was actually surreal.
It was very like almost overwhelming because you're so excited, but then you go from being so excited to so nervous because then I was like, oh my God, what do I wear when I get on the bus? Who's gonna be my friend? Do I sit by myself? Like
at bid night, I got my bid in my room and I was so nervous, and then when I opened it, I saw I got into Zeta. I was so happy. I started crying.
It felt like I was waiting for forever because I was so excited for her to get here. And then she got off the bus and she literally freaked out and started crying. We like tackled each other, and it was
just so awesome. It was so exciting.
I was like, what did I get myself into? Like, I'm not this kind of girl. They're like, I love you, and I'm like, what do I do?
Name.
I was like, I don't even know you.
Every time people would come up to me, I'd be like, hi, I like you too, I'm excited. And I did not know how to react. It was just really funny to think like all those people that were sitting out there, I had no idea who they were, like where they came from, their names, and now they're like actually my best friend.
It's weird to think that like a year ago, everything was so different, and now like after one night.
On a day-to-day basis, there's people everywhere. Like, I was so overwhelmed to live in a house with over 100 girls, like, never have any alone time, but it's honestly amazing.
I don't know, DZ is family, that I get excited in the morning texting her.
Yeah, she gets my butt out of bed every morning at 8 o'clock to go run, and I think we kind of just like started to run every day, and then I started to see her once a day, and then I started to see her twice a day, and now I kind of see her 5 times a day.
And now I'm in a room literally all the time.
I can walk around and people come give me a hug if I'm having a bad day. If I'm bored, I can walk through like any hallway. I can go to anybody's room, regardless how old people are. Like, everybody is so warm and welcoming and truly cares to get to know you. If you want to just sit in the kitchen and talk and not be in your room, there's always 20 or something girls to sit there with you. It's never boring and it's not overwhelming at all. It's amazing. I love it.
Something wonderful. We'll never say goodbye. We can make it into something beautiful. Yeah, we don't have to.
We don't even really text anymore because like if she wants something, we kind of just
It's more like, where are you? Like, call me back. Like right now, I need something. It's like the stupidest thing. I'm like, I'm bored. Let's hang out.
I thought that I'd come here and it'd be such a weird experience because there'd be people from so far, but honestly, even though all of our friends are from like completely different places, we all mesh so well together, and I feel like it just really makes me feel like I'm at home and like I don't have a care in the world.
We'll find on the other side who we are. Wish me luck and give me hope. Give me sunlight through my day. Turn it into gold. Carry on.
It was the best night of my freshman year, and we got to the house, and Lindsay tricked me all night.
So once like we finally got each other as like big little, we came downstairs and she sent us baked from Barcelona. It was so like sweet. To my favorite fam, and it was really cute.
It was like 4 a.m. Barcelona time, and
I was so happy that I got to be a part of it. I was waiting for the phone call all night. I couldn't go to sleep. I was so excited.
I remember because I wanted to take a picture of the FaceTime. You're like, no, don't. It's 4 a.m. You were here putting your hands. You're like, shh, people are sleeping.
Becoming a part of DZ, you truly do become a part of IUDM. Most of our new members do it, and it's really the first thing you do with your new pledge class that's just like, you bond so much.
It brings you all really close together.
Yeah, I can honestly say that it was the most life-changing thing like I've ever done. I'm gonna start like tearing up. It's like, I can't believe like what our organization and what this school does for the kids at Riley. It's just, we make such a difference.
The philanthropy we've had in the past is turtle tugs. We had last spring. What it is a tug of war competition where people make teams, and it's such a fun atmosphere. There's people in the courtyard having fun, eating.
We also do things that aren't directly correlated with our chapter in the philanthropy. We have girls go out and do service hours. I know each girl in our house has done like almost 18, and that's when they just go out, and I know on Fridays I go and tutor little kids, and like 4 or 5 of my sisters go with me. My roommate goes to the soup kitchen a lot. She's always there. They're like, where's Allie? And she's like, oh, soup kitchen. This spring, Allie and I are coming up with a super cool top secret philanthropy, but
It will involve food.
Yes.
And so, should we just tell them?
I guess we
Okay.
can.
Hot dogs for hearing.
Delta Zeta is a great support system here, and it allows you to get involved in so many different ways.
I started the race for the past 2 years now, and it's an incredible feeling when you're nervous and there's all these just these thoughts going through your head and you're so terrified, but you take that first lap around and you pass our pit and you pass the GZs in the stands, and they're just going crazy and they're cheering for you, and you hear your name, and it's like, this is why I'm doing this. Like, I'm a DZ and I'm riding from my house.
So spring break last year, there's a group of about 5 DZs that decided to go to Haiti for a mission trip, and Katie Wojcik was one of those girls that went on the mission trip with us. And a few days before we left, she wasn't feeling right and went to the doctor and got some work done. They told her just to go on the mission trip with us, and while we were there, she got a call. It was the doctor saying that she was diagnosed with cancer, and she immediately had to go home and was in the hospital the next day getting treatment. Before we were even back from Haiti, she already had DZs at the hospital visiting her and showing her support when we couldn't be there for her.
It was really hard, but everyone was so great and there for her, and we all drive down together and see her in big groups, and it's really good.
Katie was the person that could live room anywhere she goes. She would always come like running down our hallway, like to go to her room. It would just be, you would know when she was coming. She was just loud and running like crazy going through the hall.
Always happy.
So much energy. She was known over campus by everyone just because she's so involved with everything.
There were so many people that would text me just asking what they could do to show support because they just wanted to do something. And so that's when we were all thinking that we were going to start something to show her how much support she had. So that's when we decided to start a philanthropy to raise money for Cincinnati Children's Hospital, and the amount of people that showed up,
it was amazing to see like the whole, not even just the Greek community, but all of IU and IUDM and everything else that Katie was involved with. Just everyone come together in order to support her and help raise money for the Children's Cincinnati Hospital.
We raised close to $8,000 and had over 700 people show up.
Katie, if you're watching this, we just want you to know that we always love you and we'll always be there for you.
Cancer takes so much away from you, and it's my DZ sisters that really willing to put themselves and put their time into hanging out with some girl in a hospital. I mean, still 9 months later, I'm still going through treatment, and they're still the ones that are constantly there. They're always with me. If I hadn't been in DZ, then I wouldn't have had this amazing support team to fall back on. Everyone just poured their heart and soul into making me feel less like an outsider and more like I belonged. I've never felt that much support from so many people in my life. It was absolutely amazing. Without my DZ sisters, I wouldn't be here today and I wouldn't feel as loved as I do.
Everybody got the reason, everybody got the way. We're just catching and releasing what builds up throughout the day. It gets into your body, flows right through your blood. We can tell each other secrets and remember our love. Da da dum da dum dum dum. Da dum dum dum. Da dum dum.
If you're thinking about joining Delta Zeta, one thing to understand is that you're not joining an organization, you're joining a family. You're joining sisters that you'll have for the rest of your life.
People always said that, like, joining a house, you'd find your best friends. I'm like, okay, it's kind of cliche, whatever. But literally, I don't know what I would do without her now. Like, absolutely love her. Be yourself, and, like, you will find out where you're supposed to be. Hopefully, it's our house.
If you join Delta Zeta, know you'll always have a support system.
If you're thinking about joining Delta Zeta, I honestly would encourage you so much. Like, I have never had such close or amazing friends that aren't my family, and I feel so comfortable, and I love knowing that there's so many girls that absolutely care about me and would do anything to support me or make me happy on a day-to-day basis. When I started recruitment, I had insecurities. I wasn't the most outgoing person. I didn't have that confidence, and so I was really nervous. But going through recruitment and meeting these individuals has really changed my life. The confidence that I've experienced and gained in the past 2.5 years, my mom says I'm a completely different person, and I have Delta Zeta to thank for that.
Everybody got the reason, everybody got the way. Give me something I won't forget. All I want is an adventure, full of dreams in my head. 'Cause I'm tired of pretending. Give me something I won't forget. All I want is an adventure, full of dreams in my head.
I will miss watching movies in the big TV room with my sisters.
I will miss hanging out in the courtyard.
I will miss having 100 closets to choose from.
I will miss endless laughter.
I will miss mass ordering Jimmy John pickles.
I will miss riding in the Little 500 with my sisters.
I will miss late night food runs with my sisters.
I will miss meeting my new family on Mom's Night.
I will miss traveling abroad with my sisters.
I will miss living with all of my best friends.
I will miss Pizza Fridays. Being a Delta Zeta senior has been an amazing experience. You come into the house not really knowing anyone, and here you are 3 years later, inseparable. The memories I've shared with these girls are going to be the ones that I'll hold on to for the rest of my life. There's no doubt that I'm going to miss being with these girls every single day. It's not goodbye though, it's see you later. 1423 will always be home.